So we got a reveal trailer for an Avatar fighting game. Not gonna hold you, I clean forgot that this was first announced in February of 2024. No trailer, just a press release of the game's existence and that it would be done by the developers of Them's Fightin' Herds. What I also forgot is that in 2022, I wrote down my wishlist for my dream Avatar fighting game in one of my notebooks. So, I figured I'd dig that bad boy up and compare what I wrote down back then to what we were shown in this recent reveal trailer. Granted, what we got in the trailer wasn't much and it's pre-alpha footage, so it's a little rough around the edges, but I figured this be fun to do anyway. Some additional info on the game before we start though. From what I read on Event Hubs, apparently there was a game that was cancelled back in December of 2024, and the Avatar fighting game is being worked on by Gameplay Group International, a studio with the goal of reviving cancelled games. So it's very possible, if not likely, that this Avatar game was the game that was cancelled back in December of last year. The game is set to release in summer 2026, and the Steam page says that there will be 12 playable characters at launch, with more being added via DLC. There will also be selectable support characters, movement-centric gameplay, a single-player campaign with an original narrative, that's interesting, combo trials, a gallery mode, and, allegedly, best-in-class netcode, their words not mine, and crossplay. So how does that compare to my notes from 3 years ago? First off, it looks like I wanted the developer to be Arc System Works. Okay, wishful thinking there, buddy. Between Guilty Gear Strive 2.0, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, and bringing Dragon Ball Fighters back apparently, ain't no way Arc Sys would have taken this project up. But hey, it's the Them's Fightin' Herds crew working on this, so this game is in good hands regardless. I also wrote down that this would be a 2D 2v2 fighter. Well, I got the 2D part right, but it doesn't look like this game is 2v2. Based on the Steam description, it looks like we're getting assist characters rather than a full-on tag game, which I don't mind. In the time since I wrote this, we've gotten several tag fighters and even more on the way, so I'm totally cool with this not being a tag fighter. Next, I wrote down my wishes for the button layout. It looks like I wanted this to be a 4-button fighter, and keep in mind I'm using PlayStation notation on this. Square for light, triangle for medium, circle for heavy, and X for specials. Think Power Rangers Battle for the Grid if you need a point of reference. I had L1 for the assist button, that might be likely, R1 as the shortcut for the throw command, L2 for tag, probably not likely because this doesn't look like a tag fighter, and R2 to enhance your specials, so think EX specials from classic fighting games. Last but definitely not least was my roster prediction. I was definitely on the optimistic side because I wrote down 20 character slots as opposed to the 12 confirmed for this game. I had the cast split right down the middle with 10 Last Airbender characters and 10 Legend of Korra characters. Who's to say if Avatar Legends is going to follow that same formula? So far we have 6 Last Airbender characters and 1 Korra character, so it's possible, but it's up in the air. All 7 characters that were revealed so far are on my wish list, but these are literally the most obvious picks, so I'm not going to be giving myself any pats on the back for that one. So for the Last Airbender characters, I wished for Aang, Katara, Sokka, Zuko, Toph, Azula, Iroh, Ozai, Bumi, and Suki. For the Korra characters, I wished for Korra, Mako, Bolin, Asami, Amon, Unalaq, Zahir, Tenzin, Kuvira, and Lin. But it looks like I got some culling to do, so let's see if I can manage that. The 4 remaining Last Airbender characters I have are Iroh, Ozai, Bumi, and Suki. And I'm not gonna hold you, except maybe Iroh, these are all giving DLC. For the Korra characters, we got 5 spaces left, so I'm gonna go with Mako, Bolin, Tenzin, and Lin. So that leaves Asami and the main villains of each book. I only got 1 spot left, so the question is it more important for the Korra side of the roster to have the resident non-bender or the resident villain character? I'm sure some of y'all are saying to cut Lin because we already have Bolin as the resident earthbender of this era, but those metal bending grappling hooks make for some great gameplay opportunities that I don't think can be done with any other member of the cast. You could have Asami in a mech suit and have her be the resident juggernaut of the game, but Amon's ability to take people's bending away can be easily translated to taking away a character's access to their special moves. Unalaq could have Dark Avatar mode as an install super, Kuvira could be a brawler with some armor frames on some of her normals, and Zahir, you could give him free flight, and the Steam page does mention movement-centric gameplay, but I don't know. You know what? My dilemma was between having a non-bender or having a villain, but if I pick Amon, I'm technically getting the best of both worlds. While he is revealed to be a waterbender, most of his combat just revolves around hand-to-hand and chi blocking. So yeah, I'm on this slot 12. Final answer. I could speculate on who will be DLC, but I think I'm gonna wait until the game announces how many DLC we'll be getting in the first season. Then maybe I can do an update video going over any information that's been revealed between now and then. So I guess just like Sozin's comment, we counting down till summer. Thankfully I have plenty of other fighting games to keep me busy until then. And I'd like to thank y'all for coming through and indulging in my yap bending for a little bit. Figured this new channel would be a better place for all my gaming related ideas, while my cartoon and comics based content can remain where it's always been. Y'all know how it goes. Subscribe, like, let me know your wishes for this upcoming game in the comments, and follow me on Twitch where I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.